On her wedding day, she was treated like the daughter nobody wanted. While her sister wore lace and diamonds, she was given an old wrapper and told to be grateful. And the man they mocked at the gate, the man who came pedaling an old bicycle through the dust, was about to make this family eat every single word they spoke that morning. One secret was about to turn their laughter into shame. Before we continue, tell me, where are you watching from today? Type it in the comments. I want to see how far this story has traveled. Remember this, my people, not every poor-looking man is poor, and not every rich-looking life is happy. Sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy. That morning, the Okanji house was full of people, noise, and tension. Mama Okanji, Adiz. Adiz, where is that girl? The compound is not swept and my guests are already arriving. Adiz, I am coming, Mama. I am coming. Chioma, laughing, Mama, leave her. Sweeping is the only wedding gift Adiz will ever give this family. Adiz, Chioma, please. Today is your engagement ceremony. I do not want trouble. Chioma, trouble? You are the trouble, Adiz. Ever since Papa died, you have been nothing but a burden in this house. Mama Okanji, Adiz, remember the family you came from. Do not embarrass us in front of my in-laws today. Smile, serve the food, and stay in the kitchen where you belong. Adiz, yes, Mama. Adiz's father had died 3 years ago, and since then, her stepmother Mama Okanji and her stepsister Chioma had made sure she never forgot her place. Uncle Emeka, Mama Okanji, is it true? I heard you have also arranged something for Adiz today. Mama Okanji, sighing, yes oh. There is a man, a poor man, a bicycle repairer from the next village. He has been begging to marry Adiz for 2 years. I have agreed. Today, while we celebrate Chioma's engagement to the governor's son, Adiz's matter will also be settled. 2 birds, 1 stone. Uncle Emeka, a bicycle repairer? Mama Okanji, this is too much. Mama Okanji, Adiz does not deserve better. Let her go and suffer with her poor husband. At least she will be out of my house. And just then, the gate creaked open, and laughter began. Gateman, Madam. Madam, see who is coming. Ah ah. Chioma, laughing loudly, Mama. Mama, come and see. Adiz's husband has arrived on a bicycle. Guest 1, is that smoke coming from his trouser? Did he ride through a bushfire? Guest 2, God forbid, this cannot be the groom for today's event. Easy, good morning everybody. My name is Ease. I have come for my bride, Adiz. Chioma, mocking, your bride? Look at your bicycle, look at your shoes, look at your shirt. Are you sure you did not get lost on your way to a farm? Easy, I am sure, madam. I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Mama Okanji, Ease, welcome. Please, sit at the back. We do not want to disturb the main event with your arrangement. Easy, I understand, Mama. I am a patient man. Adiz stood at the doorway, watching the man who had come for her, watching her family laugh at him as though he were a joke sent to entertain them. Chioma, Adiz, come and see your husband oh. Bicycle and all. Ah, today is truly your day to shine like rust shines under the sun. Guess 3, poor girl. First she loses her father, now she is forced to marry a common laborer. Adiz, quietly, I do not need wealth. I only need peace. I only need respect. If Ease can give me that, then I am satisfied. Mama Okanji, respect? From a man who cannot afford a car? Adiz, you have always had strange ideas. Just go and prepare yourself. The pastor is already on his way. Adiz walked into the small room behind the kitchen, the room that had been hers since her father died, and she began to dress, not in lace, not in diamonds, but in an old blue wrapper that had once belonged to her late mother. Music, singing, she was the bride they threw away, dressed in wrapper, old and gray, while the rich ones laughed and danced. She stood still, she took her chance. A broken vessel, cracked but whole, carries water, carries soul. Glass may shatter, glass may break, but her heart was strong, for her own sake. As the song faded, Adiz stepped out of that small room, ready to face whatever the day would bring. After the brief, quiet wedding behind the main event, no music, no dancing, just a pastor and a few signatures, Ease took Adiz to his home. It was a small two-room apartment on the edge of town, modest but clean, with a single bed, a wooden table, and a window that let in the morning light. Easy, Adiz, I know this is not what you were used to. I know your family had bigger dreams for that compound. But this is what I have. This is my home. Adiz, Ease, it is enough. It is more than enough. I do not need marble floors. I need a place where nobody calls me a burden. Easy, you will never hear those words from me. Never. Adiz, thank you, Ease. That evening, as they sat together at the small wooden table, Ease pulled out a piece of paper and a pencil. Easy, Adiz, let me show you something. This is my plan. One day, I want to put a small fish tank right there, by the window. And maybe, when we can afford it, a rocking chair, right here, for the evenings. Adiz, laughing softly, a fish tank and a rocking chair? Ease, you dream simple dreams. Easy, simple dreams are the ones that come true, Adiz. The big ones only bring big disappointments. Adiz, my father used to say something like that. Before he died, he told me, Adiz, do not chase what glitters. Chase what stays. Easy, your father was a wise man. Adiz, he was. But after he died, everything changed. My stepmother and stepsister made sure I knew my place. I used to sleep outside, in the boys' quarters, until they decided I could come back to the small room. I learned to want very little, Ease. Because wanting little means you are never disappointed. Easy, gently, you will not have to want little forever, Adiz. I promise you that. The next morning, Ease took Adiz to meet his mother, Mama Nkechi, who lived a short walk away in a modest bungalow. Mama Nkechi, warmly, so this is the wife my son has been telling me about. Come here, let me look at you properly. Adiz, good morning, Mama. I am Adiz. Mama Nkechi, Adiz, welcome to this family. You are most welcome here. Ease has chosen well. Easy, whispering to his mother, Mama, please, remember what we discussed. Mama Nkechi, smiling knowingly, yes, I remember. My lips are sealed, my son. Adiz, discussed what? Easy, quickly, nothing. Just, family matters. Adiz did not press further. She assumed it was simply the small secrets every family keeps. Mama Nkechi, Adiz, come, let us eat. I have prepared some yam and stew. It is not much, but it is made with love. Adiz, Mama, that is more than I have had in years. As they sat to eat, Mama Nkechi's elderly neighbor, Papa Gozi, walked in and, seeing Ease, immediately bowed slightly out of old habit. Papa Gozi, good afternoon, sir, good afternoon, Ease. Sorry, old habits. Easy, laughing nervously, Papa Gozi, please, just call me Ease. We are all friends here. Adiz, confused, laughing, sir? Why did he call you sir? Mama Nkechi, quickly, Papa Gozi is simply a respectful old man. He calls every young man sir. Is that not so, Papa Gozi? Papa Gozi, catching on, yes. I call everybody sir. Even my own goat, I call it sir. Adiz laughed at the joke, not knowing how close it had come to revealing the truth. Adiz, you people are funny here. I think I am going to enjoy this family. Easy, smiling, relieved, I think you will, Adiz. I think you will. 2 weeks later, Chioma sent a message that surprised everyone. Chioma, on the phone, Adiz, it is your sister. I want to apologize for how things were on my engagement day. Please, come to the Grand Pearl Hotel this weekend. We are having a small family dinner. Bring your husband. I want to make things right. Adiz, Chioma, are you serious? Chioma, very serious. Family is family, Adiz. Let us not carry bitterness forever. Adiz, hopeful for reconciliation, agreed. She did not know that Chioma's invitation was nothing but a trap dressed in kindness. That weekend, Adiz and Ease arrived at the Grand Pearl Hotel, Ease in his only good shirt, Adiz in her best wrapper, both of them simple among a sea of expensive gowns and suits. Mama Okanji, loudly, for the room to hear, "Ah, look who has come." Adiz and her husband. Chioma, smirking, "Adiz, that wrapper again? I thought you would have at least bought something new with your husband's bicycle money." Guest 4, is that the same bicycle man from the wedding? Guest 5, poor thing. Imagine being married to someone who cannot even afford a proper suit. Easy, calmly, "Good evening, everyone. We are happy to be here." Chioma, happy? Ease, do you know where you are standing? This hotel costs more for one night than your house is probably worth. Mama Okanji, Chioma, behave yourself. Chioma, ignoring her, Adiz, is that the same ring he gave you? It looks like something from a toy shop. Adiz, Chioma, please, can we just enjoy the evening? Chioma, suddenly snatching Adiz's small handbag, let me see what's inside. Maybe there's something interesting in the bicycle man's gift to his wife. Adiz, Chioma, give that back. In the struggle, the bag fell, spilling its modest contents onto the floor: a comb, a small mirror, a folded photograph of Adiz's late father. Guest 6, gasping, Chioma, that is too much. Chioma, laughing, unbothered, oops. My hand slipped. Easy, his voice suddenly firm, commanding, that is enough. Something in Ease's tone made the room go quiet for a moment. A hotel manager, who had been walking past, paused and turned sharply toward their table. Hotel manager, whispering to a staff member, did that man just speak? Why does his voice sound so familiar? Staff member, I don't know, sir. But something about him, he carries himself differently. Did you notice how he stood when he spoke? Hotel manager, strange. Very strange. Keep an eye on that table. At a nearby table, a smooth-talking woman named Patricia, dressed expensively, watched the entire scene unfold with great interest. Patricia, to herself, smiling slyly, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Patricia was Chioma's so-called friend, a woman who smiled in public and schemed in private. She had her own reasons for being at that dinner, reasons that had nothing to do with reconciliation. Patricia, approaching Adiz, sweetly, Adiz, dear, I am so sorry about your sister's behavior. Let me get you a drink. We women must stick together. Adiz, thank you, but I am fine. Patricia, smiling, watching Ease closely, of course. Your husband seems interesting. Tell me, where did you say he works again? Adiz, he repairs bicycles and does odd jobs around town. Patricia, nodding slowly, unconvinced, I see. How humble. Just then, the hotel's general manager, an older man named Chief Bobatunde, walked over personally, something he rarely did for ordinary guests. Chief Bobatunde, bowing slightly, good evening. Is everything all right at this table? Please, anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. We want your experience here to be exceptional. Chioma, surprised, Chief, do you know this man? Chief Bobatunde, quickly composing himself, no. We simply treat all our guests with the same level of care. But the way Chief Bobatunde had looked at Ease, that brief flicker of recognition before he caught himself, was not lost on the staff watching nearby. Chioma, rolling her eyes, whatever. Adiz, your husband should learn to dress better if he wants this kind of treatment regularly. Easy, placing a protective hand near Adiz, Chioma, you can insult me all you like. I have thick skin. But you will not disrespect my wife in my presence. Not tonight, not ever. Chioma, or what, bicycle man? What exactly will you do? Easy, calmly, eyes steady, you will find out eventually. Everyone does. Adiz, unaware of the weight behind Isa's words, simply squeezed his hand gratefully, proud that her humble husband had stood up for her, never imagining the storm quietly gathering beneath the surface. Back home that night, Mama Nkechi was waiting, and her face was not pleased. Mama Nkechi, Iz, my son, sit down. We need to talk. Easy, Mama, I know what you are going to say. Mama Nkechi, then say it yourself, before I do. How long, Iz? How long will you let that girl believe you are nothing but a common bicycle repairer? Easy, Mama, please. I am not ready. Mama Nkechi, not ready? Iz, the longer she believes this lie, the more painful the truth will become when it finally comes out. You are not protecting her. You are only delaying her pain. Easy, I am afraid, Mama. What if she only loved the idea of a simple man? What if, once she learns who I really am, she changes? What if she begins to see Naira signs instead of my face? Mama Nkechi, and what if she does not, Iz? What if she has already proven, again and again, that her heart is pure? You are punishing her for a fear that may never come true. Easy, give me a little more time, Mama. Just a little more. Mama Nkechi, sighing, time is not always kind, my son. Remember that. Meanwhile, Adiz, eager to contribute and unwilling to depend fully on Iz, had taken up a small housekeeping job cleaning a large, beautiful mansion on the wealthy side of town, a job arranged quietly, without her knowing, by Mama Nkechi herself. Adiz, sweeping the grand hallway, this house is so beautiful. I wonder who the owner is. I have worked here 3 days and I have never even seen him. House steward, the master is a very private man, Adiz. He travels often. You will rarely see him. Adiz, I see. Well, master, wherever you are, your house is now spotless. Laughing to herself, I feel silly calling an empty room master. Just practicing in case I ever meet him. What Adiz did not know was that the master of the house was Iz himself and that he had, more than once, watched her quietly from a distance, his heart aching with guilt and love in equal measure. One afternoon, while Adiz was cleaning the upstairs study, Patricia arrived unannounced, having used her connections to gain entry under the pretense of being a family friend. Patricia, sneering, well. The housemaid and the wife. Multitasking, are we? Adiz, Patricia? What are you doing here? Patricia, I could ask you the same thing. Tell me, Adiz, does scrubbing floors for the wealthy make you feel closer to the life you lost when your father died? Does it remind you of what you will never have? Adiz, Patricia, please, I am working. I do not have time for this. Patricia, grabbing a porcelain vase from a shelf, working? In this fine house, with these fine things? You people from poor families always find a way to crawl close to money, don't you? Adiz, put that down, please, it is not mine to replace if it breaks. Patricia, mockingly tossing it between her hands, oh? Are you worried about your salary, housemaid? Maybe I should report you for being clumsy. In the struggle to retrieve the vase, it slipped, and as Adiz lunged to catch it, a sharp edge of a nearby shattered piece sliced across her palm. Adiz, crying out, ah! At that exact moment, Iz, who had returned to the house unnoticed, came rushing up the stairs. Easy, Adiz. What happened? Patricia, startled, Iz? You are here? Easy, ignoring her completely, rushing to Adiz, Adiz, let me see your hand. Let me see. Adiz, Iz, you are here too? I did not know you would come. For a brief, dangerous second, Iz nearly forgot himself, nearly barked an order at the household staff the way only the true master of the house would. He caught himself just in time. Easy, quickly composing himself, I came to see if you needed help carrying anything home today. Patricia, suspicious, narrowing her eyes, interesting. Very interesting indeed, that the bicycle repairer's instincts are so commanding. Iz gently wrapped a cloth around Adiz's wound, his hands trembling not from fear of blood, but from the overwhelming urge to finally tell her everything. Easy, softly, does it hurt? Adiz, a little. but I will survive. I always do. Easy, quietly, almost to himself, you should never have to survive, Adiz. You should be cherished. Adiz, smiling weakly, with you, Ease, I already feel cherished. Even with a wounded hand. As they shared this tender moment, Patricia slipped quietly away, already dialing a number on her phone. Patricia, on the phone, Chioma, you will not believe what I just witnessed. I think there is something very strange about Adiz's husband. And I think I know exactly who can help us find out what it is. On the other end of the line, a man's voice answered, a private investigator Patricia had used before, a man with no loyalty except to whoever paid him the most. Investigator, Patricia, you know my fee. Give me a name, and I will give you the truth. Patricia, his name is Ease. Find out everything. Everything. 3 days later, Adiz began feeling unusually weak. One morning, while preparing breakfast, the room spun violently, and she collapsed onto the kitchen floor. Easy, rushing in, Adiz. Adiz, can you hear me? Ease carried her himself, refusing to wait for a taxi, flagging down the first car he saw and offering the driver triple the fare to rush them to the hospital. Doctor, after examination, Mr. Ease, your wife is going to be fine. She simply fainted from exhaustion and low blood sugar. But there is something else you should know. Easy, what is it, doctor? Please, tell me. Doctor, your wife is pregnant. About 6 weeks along. Easy, overwhelmed, voice breaking, pregnant? Adiz is, we are going to have a child? Doctor, congratulations, but I must advise she needs rest, proper nutrition, and minimal stress. Whatever burden she has been carrying, physical or emotional, they need to be lifted, immediately. That night, as Adiz slept peacefully in the hospital bed, Mama Nkechi arrived, her face a mixture of joy and urgency. Mama Nkechi, Ease, did you hear what the doctor said? Minimal stress. A child is coming, Ease. Your child. Her child. And you are still hiding behind a lie. Easy, Mama, I know. I know. Mama Nkechi, there is no more time for I know, Ease. The truth must come out now. Before that baby comes into a world built on a secret. We will plan a gathering, a proper event, and you will tell her everything. Everyone will know. No more hiding. Easy, taking a deep breath, you are right, Mama. It is time. I cannot keep doing this to her. I cannot keep doing this to us. Meanwhile, in another part of town, Chioma's own world was quietly beginning to crack. Chioma's fiancé's sister, on the phone, whispering urgently, Chioma, we need to talk. I found messages on my brother's phone. Messages between you and another man. A man named Tund. Explain yourself. Chioma, panicking, it is not what you think. Please, do not say anything to your brother. Please. Chioma's fiancé's sister, my brother deserves to know who he is truly marrying, Chioma. And believe me, he will know. Soon. Chioma's secret, an affair carefully hidden for months, a secret pregnancy with a man who was not her fiancé, was beginning to unravel just as Ease prepared to unravel his own. Two storms, gathering on the same horizon, were about to collide at the very next family event. 1 week later, Mama Nkechi organized a grand family banquet, officially announced as a celebration of Ease and Adiz's new pregnancy, though only the family understood the true purpose of the evening. The hall was filled with flowers, soft music, and tables of food that Adiz had never seen prepared in such abundance for her sake. Adiz, Mama Nkechi, this is too much. All of this, for me? Mama Nkechi, for you, and for the child you carry, and for the truth that must finally be spoken tonight. Adiz, truth? What truth, Mama? Mama Nkechi, you will see, my dear. Patience. As guests arrived, Mama Okanji, Chioma, and Patricia entered as well, having been invited under the pretense of family reconciliation, still believing they were attending a simple celebration for the poor bicycle repairer's pregnant wife. Chioma, whispering to Patricia, I still cannot believe we are wasting an evening on Adiz's pregnancy party. As if bicycle babies deserve banquets. Patricia, smirking, just wait, Chioma. My investigator called me this morning. He says he found something. Something big about that husband of hers. Tonight might not go the way you expect. Chioma, what did he find? Patricia, he would not say over the phone. He said he wants to deliver the proof in person, tonight, right here. As the dinner progressed, Mama Nkechi rose from her seat, tapping her glass gently for attention. Mama Nkechi, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Tonight is indeed a celebration, but it is also a night of truth. Ease stood beside his mother, his hand trembling slightly as he reached for Adi's hand. Easy, Adiz, my wife, there is something I must tell you. Something I should have told you the very first day we met. Adiz, Ease, you are scaring me. What is it? Easy, I am not a bicycle repairer, Adiz. That bicycle, that small house, that humble shirt, they were never the truth of who I am. A heavy silence fell across the room. Easy, my name is Ease Adigwe. My father owns Adigwe Industries. I am the heir to one of the largest construction companies in this country. The mansion you have been cleaning, Adiz, it is mine. It has always been mine. Gasps rippled across the hall. Guest 7, Adigwe? As in the Adigwe family? Guest 8, I knew it. I knew there was something about that man. Hotel manager, now present as a guest. I told my staff. I told them his presence felt familiar. I have seen him in business magazines. Chioma, stunned, mouth open, this cannot be real. Mama Okanji, whispering in disbelief, the bicycle man, is a billionaire's son. Adiz sat frozen, her eyes filling slowly, not with joy, but with something far more complicated. Adiz, voice trembling, you let me believe, you let me struggle, you let my family humiliate you, humiliate us, while you had all of this hidden away? Easy, Adiz, please, let me explain. Adiz, you let me work as a housemaid in your own home, Ease. You let me call you master as a joke, not knowing it was the truth. Do you understand how that feels? I am not angry, I am only shocked. I am not angry, I am only shocked. I am. I do not even know what I am right now. Easy, I was afraid, Adiz. I was afraid that if you knew the truth from the beginning, you would only see the money, not me. I needed to know that you loved me, the simple version of me, first. Adiz, and what if I had walked away during all that humiliation, Ease? What if I had given up before I ever discovered the truth? Would you have let me go, still believing I married a poor man for nothing but peace? Easy, I do not have a good answer for that, Adiz. I only have my truth, and I am sorry it took this long to give it to you. Before Adiz could respond further, a sharp commotion erupted near the entrance. Investigator, walking in confidently, holding a folder, excuse me, I believe Madame Patricia is expecting me. Patricia, smiling triumphantly, perfect timing. Everyone, I think there is something else this family needs to hear tonight. But before Patricia could speak further, a young woman, visibly pregnant, pushed through the crowd, tears streaming down her face. Tun's sister, the young woman. No, Patricia. Before you expose anyone else's secrets, perhaps you should explain your own involvement in mine. Chioma, paling, who is this? Tun's sister, my name is Ifeoma. I am Tun's sister. The same Tun who has been sleeping with you, Chioma, for the past 8 months. The same Tun whose child you were carrying, not your fiancé's. The hall erupted into chaos, gasps and whispers colliding into one deafening wave of shock. Chioma's fiancé, standing slowly, his face pale with rage and heartbreak. Chioma, is this true? Chioma, stammering, I can explain. Chioma's fiancé, there is nothing to explain. I am done. I am completely done. Mama Okanji, who had spent the evening shocked by Isa's revelation, now turned, equally horrified, toward her own daughter. Mama Okanji, Chioma. How could you bring this shame upon us? After everything I sacrificed for you. Chioma, Mama, please, Mama Okanji, no. No more excuses. Isa's father, Chief Adigwe, who had quietly entered the hall moments earlier, now stepped forward, his presence immediately commanding silence. Chief Adigwe, I have heard enough tonight. Mama Okanji, Chioma, and you, Patricia, you have all, in your own ways, caused pain to my son's wife, a woman who carries my grandchild. From this moment, none of you are welcome in any event connected to this family. Not weddings, not naming ceremonies, not even funerals. You have shown us exactly who you are, and we have decided exactly how we will treat you. Mama Okanji, Chief, please, have mercy. Chief Adigwe, mercy is earned through character, madam, not demanded through tears. Good evening to you all. Please, see yourselves out. As the disgraced guests filed out in humiliated silence, Patricia lingered, attempting one final approach. Patricia, to Mama Nkechi, Mama, please, I was simply protecting the family from being deceived. I never meant any real harm. I am sorry, truly. Mama Nkechi, Patricia, respect is not something you ask for after you have spent months trying to destroy a family's peace. Respect is earned, slowly, through honesty. What you offered tonight was not honesty. It was greed wrapped in concern. You may keep your apology. We do not need it. Patricia, defeated, lowering her head, I understand, Mama. Later that night, after the hall had emptied, Ise found Adiz sitting quietly alone on the balcony, staring out at the city lights. Easy, softly, sitting beside her, Adiz, I do not want to give you a grand speech tonight. I do not want to explain my reasons again, or defend myself further. I simply want to say, I am sorry. I was wrong to let the lie continue this long. I should have trusted you with the truth from the very beginning. Adiz, quietly, do you know what hurts the most, Ise? It is not that you are wealthy. It is that you let me believe I was protecting you, comforting you, building a life with you out of nothing, when really, I was only living inside a story you had already written. Eze, you are right. And I cannot undo that. I can only promise to never hide anything from you again. Adiz, I forgive you, Ise. But forgiveness is not the same as forgetting, and it is not the same as healing instantly. I need time. We need time. I am not ready to simply smile and pretend tonight did not change something between us. Eze, I understand, Adiz. I am willing to wait. I am willing to rebuild this, slowly, brick by brick, for as long as it takes. Adiz, slowly, Ise. Not instantly. Slowly. Eze, slowly, then. I can live with slowly, as long as you are still walking beside me. Adiz rested her head gently on Ise's shoulder, not as a sign that everything was healed, but as a sign that healing had, at last, begun. Music, singing, she was the bride they threw away, now her name is known today, no longer hiding, no longer small, she stood tall after the fall, a broken vessel, mended slow, still it holds the water's flow, glass may shatter, glass may break, but love rebuilds, for true love's sake. My people, this is the lesson of Adiz and Ise, never judge a man by his bicycle, and never judge a woman by her wrapper. True character does not arrive in expensive cars, and true love does not depend on what is displayed, but on what is offered freely, even when no one is watching. Respect that is earned will always outlast respect that is demanded. And the truth, however long it is delayed, will always find its way into the light. If this story touched your heart, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this one. And remember, not every poor-looking man is poor, and not every rich-looking life is happy. Until next time, take care of your hearts, and take care of each other.